After the mix bus configuration, we will now focus on the monitor bus configuration. The AXUM has 16 stereo mix buses, but also 4 stereo monitor buses. Every DSP card in the rack has 4 monitor buses available. The demo mixer we are configuring has 1 DSP card in the rack. And you can see it here. And because it is 1 DSP card, 4 stereo monitor buses are available. In our setup, we only use 2 of these stereo monitor buses. In the column label, we give these buses a name. The first monitor bus we will label Control Room Monitor. The second bus we label Studio Bus. We use the CRM bus to connect our control room loudspeakers to, as well as the headphone of the engineer. The studio bus we use to connect the studio loudspeakers to. We can also connect the headphones of the studio and the announcer to this bus. Also, these monitor buses have a lot of options, which we can program in the interlock column. For now we program interlock to yes. This means that when we switch a signal to this bus, all other signals on this bus will be deactivated. The default setting is that you want to hear program, or recording, or sub or dump, and not all signals at the same time. For external signals routed to the monitor bus, we have another page in which you can program your favorite settings. This will be dealt with later in another demo. In the default selection column, we determine where the bus normally listens to, which signal will be switched to the monitor bus, and what happens when no signal is present, and what happens when you switch on the AXUM, or reboot it. In this case, the control room bus listens to, after reboot, or when nothing is assigned, to the on-air bus, and the studio bus listens to the program bus. The column automatic switching is there to let the monitor bus switch automatically to a signal that becomes active on one of the mix buses. In this demo, the monitor bus automatically switches to dumb bus, if the dumb bus is activated in a module. This is also the right setting for the PFL bus. If a PFL is activated in a module, the control room monitor bus automatically switches to the PFL bus. This makes it possible to listen to the PFL signal on the monitor bus. In this configuration, we only have activated the PFL bus to change over to the control room monitor bus and not the studio bus assignment. So, in other words, the engineer who listens to the CRM bus will now hear the PFL signal, and the guests, announcer and studio speakers will not be interrupted by this changeover to PFL. The moment this PFL signal is activated, the present signal will be dimmed by 20 dB. We can adjust this dim level in the column dim level. In this setup we have set it to -20 dB, but another value could be entered, of course. In our demo, the present signal is dimmed by 20 dB and the PFL or dump signal will be heard clearly on top of the dimmed signal. We can also choose for less dimming, for instance -6 dB. The default factory setting is -20 dB. In the column console, we can choose in which mixer we want to use the CRM bus. Remember, we have 4 mixers in this setup. In this demo, monitor bus 1 is a CRM bus of console 1. Monitor bus 2 is labeled a studio bus for console 1. Monitor bus 3 is on console 2 and monitor bus 4 is on console 3. If we place more DSP cards in the rack, we automatically get 4 more monitor buses per DSP card. With a maximum of 4 DSPs, we have 60 monitor buses to assign to. So remember, on this monitor bus configuration page we can decide where the monitor bus listens to and how it responds to various signals inside the AXUM mixer.